Hey, this video is for anyone that is trying to eat perfect. Stop. Stop trying to eat perfect. Your lack of control, your binge eating, your humongous appetite, they're not necessarily what's screwing you up. It's perfectionism. Perfectionism kills momentum because it tells you that even though you did better yesterday, it still wasn't perfect. And even though you did a little bit better at that situation or at that restaurant or at that party, it still wasn't perfect. Perfectionism is the reason the diets work in the short term and the reason they screw you up long term. Perfectionism is the reason when you have 2 slices of pizza by accident, you just throw in the towel. Perfectionism is the reason everyone is starting on Monday. Perfectionism keeps you from really seeing progress and makes you think that the only goal that you should be achieving is being perfect. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you were really excited about your goals and you knew what you had to do to get there, why would you ever want to wait until Monday? Wouldn't you be doing it right now? Perfectionism keeps you from actually seeing that. It doesn't remind you about what you're doing right, it reminds you about what you're doing wrong. So here are techniques that are going to keep you from being a perfectionist. So the first one is the 80-20 rule. So it's exactly what it sounds like, right? 80% of the time, I want you trying to eat well. I want you thinking through your choices. Did you get enough protein? Is it the right serving size? Or is my dairy low fat? But 20% of the time, you got some wiggle room. You get to choose things that aren't traditionally considered healthy. Now, you might think it's bizarre that I ask you to do that, but up until this point, if you were being a perfectionist and always having to start on Monday, you're going from 0 to 100 constantly, right? You're shooting for 100 and you do well for a couple days and then you mess up, so now you're 0. Even if you did that 50-50, where does that put you at? Eating well 50%. I'm asking you to reach for 80%, right? So think about the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, try to eat well, and 20% of the time, make it your choice. The second thing that you should try to break perfectionism is remind yourself daily of what your goal is and what you are doing well with to get there. And yes, daily. I know we're busy, but don't you think your goals deserve 5 minutes every day? What is your goal? What do you want? Why do you want it? And what have you been doing well with lately to get there? The third thing that you can do, and it's because I don't sugarcoat everything, yes, there are things that you need to work on, right? But instead of beating yourself up, because that's what perfectionism does, ask yourself, what do I need to work on? And what small little steps can I do to help me get better, to make it easier so I can get there, right? It's problem solving. Stop beating yourself up for it and ask yourself what you can do about it. So I hope to hear in some of the comments what you plan on breaking today.